Like a lot of people, I eat a lot of corn, but I don't know a lot about it. So I've come to Stokesley to meet Tim Finnegan, who's going to tell us more about how it's made. So, Tim, what is the corn story?
Well, the corn story goes back many years. The idea itself goes right back to the 1960s. In fact, it was one man's big idea, and that was Lord Rank. And he set his scientists out to go and find the world's first new food since the potato. And what they were looking for was a microorganism, one that would transform the then plentiful starch into the less plentiful protein. And eventually they found what they were looking for, which was a tiny member of the fungi family. We know how to grow it at scale, and the most amazing thing is it's got fantastic nutrition, but perhaps more importantly, the ability to create the sort of tastes and textures of food that people really, really like. We use the age-old process of fermentation. So we've got our tiny little member of the fungi family. It's less than a gram, it's probably even less than half a gram. And we just add that to a little bit of sugar solution just to bring it back to life again. And that happens over a few days. We then transfer that into our big fermenter.
Alongside key nutrients, we feed the fungi with glucose and oxygen. This enables it to grow continually. Then we use centrifuges to separate the mycoprotein paste from all the liquids. Then we harvest the mycoprotein.
At this point, mycoprotein looks a little bit like bread dough. How on earth do you turn that into something that actually tastes and looks just like chicken? So this is mycoprotein that you can see. It's got that sort of bread doughy texture to it. So I'm going to add our mycoprotein to our mixer in here, at which point we're going to add our herbs and spices. And then we're just going to add our little bit of egg protein as well. This actually works extremely well as a binding agent. I'm just going to mix that now. The next stage is to begin to create that sort of texture that corn foods are so good at. Here's some that we did earlier. Now, if you were to look under the microscope here, what you would see in the mycoprotein is tiny sort of tree branches. And what we're going to do is we're going to align those fibres, the tiny sort of plant fibres, and begin to create those bundles that then will have that sort of meat-like texture. And the way that we start that process is by rolling. So you can see it's a bit like, if you were making pastry, you'd create your first layer, and we'd actually fold it, roll it again. What we would do now is we will cook this in steam, and that literally is just to kind of set the egg protein that's in there. And then it's freezing. It's the controlled growth of the ice crystals that pushes the fibres together to create fibrous bundles that then gives you that sort of texture that corn foods are so famous for.
In the factory, we do exactly the same thing, but on a much bigger scale. Then we give it the shape we need, pack it up, and ship it out.
These are our breaded corn wings. You can see if I break one open, you've got that kind of chicken-like texture that corn foods
That
is.
looks just like chicken. It's delicious, it's nutritious, as you said, and you can make all your favourite meals with it.
Absolutely, the versatility is amazing. There's a huge range, a big world of corn out there, and it all tastes great.
So, Tim, corn is clearly amazing. Is there any other reason why more and more people around the world are choosing it?
Well, it's great food, and it's got amazing nutrition. But perhaps most importantly of all, it's sustainable. So it's not just healthier for you, it's healthier for the planet as well.